It's a happy new season to you all from everyone at Sun Sport now. Pre-season, all the big teams make new signings. Celtic have gone for Moussa Dembele and Kolo Toure. Rangers have landed Nico Kranjčar and Joey Barton. Here at Sun Sport, we've made our own big signing. We've added Kris Boyd as our top new columnist every Sunday in Inside Sport during the course of the season. Kris, welcome aboard. What made you want to get involved with this?
I don't know, I'll tell you halfway through the season. But no, it's always been something that's interested me in the past. You know, getting involved with the media is something I look forward to. You know, hopefully I can bring something new to the paper, and you know, it's great to be involved in. As I said, hopefully it brings you know, it's great over the course and distance of the season.
I don't want anyone to worry that our cover price is going to go up at all. We're still £1 on a Sunday for Chris's column with the likes of Davy Provan and Jim Delahunt in the paper as well. We haven't had to pay a fee to come on it. You've still got a season left in your deal and you'll be hoping to make an impact for Lee Clark.
Yeah, hopefully. You know, it's been a difficult start to the season, but you know, as I said, it's pre-season. You know, I think with the different format this season, it's been difficult for, you know, a lot of teams. But you know, we go into the season. You know, a lot of people have already wrote us off, but you know, I think it's been the story of Kilmarnock for the last you know, 5 or 6 seasons anyway. So you know, it's nothing different that we'll face. So you know, it's a challenge, but it's one we look forward to.
You were involved, of course, in a dramatic playoff final against Falkirk at the tail end of last season. Quite emphatic in the second leg at Rugby Park. You played a part. That must breed confidence, and also you know, show the players you don't want to get involved in that kind of thing again.
No, I think last year it was a relief for everybody towards the end of the season. You know, we put off a fight, you know, the last maybe 5 or 6 weeks of the season, but you know, we kind of tailed away towards the end, and you know, but we always knew there was a possibility of the play-off, and you know, we felt as if we had a strong enough team to come through that, and you know, we did in the end up, but you know, it wasn't easy, but we got there in the end up, and you know, you want to build on it. You know, the manager's done that. He's brought in a lot of young, promising players this season, so hopefully, as I said, once we all gel together, we can, you know, start climbing the table, because Kilmarnock have been hanging about the bottom of the table for a long time now, and you know, we want to push on and get as far out of the table as possible.
11 players brought in by Lee Clark in this summer, 22 years and under, but you already had talented young players, the likes of Kilty, the likes of Mackenzie, young Taylor who came in for a play-off at the end of last season. It's shaping into a decent size of a squad, but decent quality as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, you've got to remember as well that we kept you know, a lot of the older experienced ones that played the majority of games last season. You know, Miles Addison came in, you know, at the end of the season and played a lot of games. Jamie McDonald, Gary Dicker, you know, myself, Josh McGuinness. You know, we'd all played a lot of games last season. You know, so you know, the older you get, you want to help the youngsters as much as you possibly can. And you know, it's another challenge for them in their career as well. You know, the experienced ones to help the youngsters settle in first and foremost, and then you know, settle on a pitch. You know. But ultimately, football, you don't get a lot of time. You know, we had a good pre-season in terms of, you know, the work we did in Spain. We came back and, you know, we've worked really, really hard. You know, and you know, that might be the problem in the games, you know, because we have worked really, really hard during the week. Come the games, I think we have looked a bit, you know, jaded and kind of off it and that. But, you know, hopefully, you know, come the start of the season, we can all show that we have worked really, really hard, and we can start the season positively, because that's been Kilmarnock's downfall the last few seasons. We've not really started great.
In terms of the opposition, you know what it takes to succeed in the top flight in Scotland, top goal scorer in SPL history. Now it's the SPFL Premiership. Which of the newcomers do you think will shine, not so much at Kilmarnock, at the other clubs of the Bartons, the Dembeles, the Kranjčars, the Toures, some of the Aberdeen signings that they've brought in, like Jayden Stockley?
I mean, I think you're always going to look at the big two first of all. You know, Rangers and Celtic, especially with Rangers coming back up as well. I think, you know, they've made some terrific signings this season. You know, I think they will challenge. You know, and you know, Celtic have not really spent a lot as much so far, but you know, I fully expect them to get in the transfer market pretty soon, and you know, we'll see what they're made of. But you know, Hearts and Aberdeen have added a few, you know, which will be great signings. You know, it's got the makings of a great championship this year. You know, and you just feel as if it could possibly go down to the wire again. You know, I don't really think there's much between Rangers and Celtic, Hearts and Aberdeen. You know, you read the paper during the week, and I think, you know, Scott Brown's fancying Aberdeen and Hearts to be the closest challengers to Celtic. But you know, I don't think it will be. I think with the squad Mark Warburton's built, I fully expect Rangers to challenge as well.
You've been in that Ibrox dressing room in recent times. You know, Kenny Miller, Lee Wallace, all of those guys so well. They won't want to come up and settle for a third place or a fourth place.
No, you know, they're winners. You know, they've been that over the years. You know, even you know, Joey Barton and Nico Kranjčar and people like that, they ain't coming here just to mess about. You know, if Joey Barton wanted to mess about, he would have stayed, went and ran about, covered 13, 14k in the English Premiership every week. He's came out here because he wants to win stuff, and he feels as if he's got an opportunity to do that with Rangers. And everybody else, Rangers have been wrote off over the years, especially the last 3 or 4 years, regarding, can they compete against the big boys. I think last year they showed that, and I fully expect to do it on a week in, week out basis this year. But I don't think Aberdeen and Hearts will be that far away. But I fully expect Rangers and Celtic to be fighting for it first, second.
You're hinting that you feel like a golden oldie among all these Kilmarnock kids at Rugby Park. You'll feel like a young guy when you're up against Colo Touré or Clint Hill this season.
Yeah, I mean it's up to me to get myself in the team and play against them. I think it's an exciting season for everybody. I think even the youngsters at our place, the Greg Kelties and Rory McKenzie's, and that, they've not played against Rangers either. So to go to Ibrox, for them it's a big occasion. For all the youngsters who the last 3 or 4 years have been over and playing in Scottish football, they've not come up against Rangers, Celtic. What would you say? Having to win every single week, because for the last few years Celtic have ran away with the league title, but at the same time I've probably not played to their full potential. Whereas I think this year they're going to have to play to their full potential, and it'll be back to what it was. As a Saturday morning, somebody goes 3 points ahead, then the next thing they're level and it's back to goal difference and things like that. I fully expect it to be another season like that, because I don't think there's that much between the teams.
No, Kris, we hope you do well for Kilmarnock this season. We know you'll do well with the Scottish Sun. Welcome to the team.
Thank you. Cheers.